Next, let us discuss mature graafian follicle, the structure of mature graafian follicle. Mature graafian follicle, as we already discussed, that primordial follicle undergoes different developing stages and ultimately changes into mature graafian follicle. And what is the ultimate structure of this mature graafian follicle? Let us discuss. A mature graafian follicle has a secondary oocyte. This is secondary oocyte or ova, which is surrounded by few layers of follicle cells. This is the secondary oocyte, and which is suspended or surrounded by few layers of follicle cells, and these follicle cells are endocrine in nature and they secretes a female sex hormone, as already discussed, that is estrogen. Estrogen is secreted by the follicular cells of the secondary oocyte. And this graafian follicle has a secondary oocyte which is surrounded by few layers of follicle cells, and it is suspended in a cavity. There is a fluid filled cavity, and this oocyte with few follicular cells is suspended in this cavity. This cavity is called antrum, and this is suspended by a layer of follicular cells called germ hill, and germ hill is attached to few layer of what membranous granulosa, few layers of cells called membranous granulosa, whose outermost layer is called theca externa, and inner layer to this theca externa is called theca interna. And so we can say that there are few layers of membrana granulosa, and inner layer of membrana granulosa produces a layer of cells that is called germ hill, and this germ hill act as to attach the secondary oocyte with it. And so this secondary oocyte is suspended in the cavity called antrum, and this cavity is filled with a fluid. This cavity or this antrum is filled with the viscous fluid that is called liquor folliculi, and this fluid is secreted by these all follicular cells. So these follicular cells secretes one fluid which is filled in the antrum, and second, they act as endocrine gland, and these cells also secrete female sex hormone that is called estrogen.